Okay, so we've chained 21. So the reason why we add an extra one at the end for single crochet is to help us turn around and get back going the other way so it's even. So I've got 21 chains and we're going to do 20 single crochets to get us to the end here. Okay, so we're going to keep our work flat. So can you see how I'm keeping it in a flat line? I'm not twisting it. If you twist it, it's not going to be a straight start to your work. So try and keep it nice and flat so you can see all of those arrow shapes pointing downwards. All right, so we're going to go, we're not going to go into the first loop because this one here is the one with the wools or the yarns already in there. So we're not going into that one, we're going into this one here. So can you see the next little hole? If I pull it apart, you can see that next hole there. This is the one we're going into, then we're going to go into that one, then we're going to go into that one. So we're going under that top loop. So let's go. We're going to go into the hole, pick up your yarn, pull it through. So you've got 2 loops. Pick up your yarn and pull it through both loops. So can you see I'm holding my work like this? Then I can actually pull it down if I need to make it a bit, you know, like the hole a bit bigger. So we're not going into this hole now because we've just gone in there. That's why it's so big. We're going to go into the next hole. Can you see it? There. That's the next hole we're going into. Into the hole, pick up your yarn, pull it through, pick up your yarn again and pull it through both loops. Then move this finger along. So these fingers are here to support your work. So now we're going into this hole. Go through the hole, pick up your yarn, pull it through, pick up your yarn and pull it through both holes. So how many was that? 1, 2, 3. So now we're on to our 4th one, which is going into, not the big hole because we've just been in there, this one. So our 4th one, 4. 5. So we're going to continue like this all the way to the end. Alright, so this is number 20. So I'm on the last one. You can see here there's like one last hole there and then there's the knot. So I'm going into here, the last one. So through the loop, pick up your yarn, pull it through, pick up your yarn and pull it through too. So the next spot there is the knot, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, so we're going to go up one, so we're going to chain 1. And then we're going to flip our work over. So then our work's in the left hand, our hook's in our right hand. So then we're going to be working back along this way. So we are going to single crochet into each of these holes. So to get 20 stitches so it's nice and even, we're going to, so I'm just going to pull my work apart a bit so you can see it. You can already start to see the hole there. There's a hole there. There's a hole there. There and there. So the holes are underneath. So if I turn my work to the top, you can see the little V shape. The hole is underneath both of those top threads. So we're going to, if you flip it, we're going to go into there. So we're going to do 20 single crochets. They're a bit easier to see because it's a bit thicker now. We're going to do 20 single crochets in all of those holes going underneath both of those top bits of thread. Some patterns will ask you to go underneath the front one or underneath the back one. We're going to go under both, so it's quite a big hole. It's easy to see. All right, so let's start right at the front. So we're going to go 1 through the hole, pull your thread through, pick up your yarn again and pull it through both. So it's 1 single crochet. So up to 6. What just happened there? I don't know. It's like a bit of a, oh, it was a bit of a knot in my wool. Okay, let me pull that out. So the good thing about crochet is I can just take my hook out, pull it, find that loop again, and I can keep going. So I had a little bit of a knot in my wool, I just unknotted it and I can keep going. So make sure you keep your work flat. Remember, you don't want to twist it or you get confused. So keep it nice and flat so then you can find the holes really easily. Okay, so I'm at the end. So I'm going to go 1 through here, single crochet, and then I've got this bit at the end. So this is our last stitch. It's a little bit of a tricky one because it's not such an easy hole to go through. So if you just try your best of just getting it in there somewhere and picking up the thread, that's the best you can do with that end one. The end one's a bit harder to find a decent hole. Alright, so now we're going to chain 1 up again. So then we can flip it around and that'll keep that edge nice and straight. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing. So we're going back into this hole that we've just made. You see the hole there? And we're going to go in there, and there, and there. And we're going to keep going. I lost track of how many I did, but you can have a good look. If you lay it flat, this edge looks really good, so it looks really straight. So I think that I've done the right number on there, and this edge looks really straight too. If you add like an extra stitch, it'll start to go out, and if you lose the stitch, it'll go in. Don't worry too much about it. Just try your best to get 20 stitches all the way across. So it's remembering to go through that first hole and to try your best to just stick your needle in that last one, because it's not a very easy hole to find. You just do your best, just pick up a bit of, just anywhere you can put it in there at the end is good. So go 20 all the way across, chain 1, 20 all the way across, chain 1, and that will keep it as a nice even square. So you can stop after you get to a square. You can tie it off, do a different color and sew them together, or you could keep going, make it a really long scarf, sew it together at the end, and you've made yourself a nice scarf for yourself. So give it a go. Watch the video all the way through first. Watch it in slow motion, stop where you need to, keep practicing. The more you practice, the easier it will get. Have fun.